my guy with the bow tie, back with another battle rap recap. And this here is brought to you by Create for You presents Ownership Daylyt versus King Bao. Let's get into it. Now, uh, this was a long drawn out pay per view. This was three battles, and the event was supposed to start at 2 o'clock. For the rest of the night, the stream was down completely. We're basically finding the footage right now from all types of people who are in the like who's in the building. Ines did it for us the first go, and this guy, what's his name, Keyon, really, you the goat, you the goat, man. You really held it down. Uh, we was on this the Danny Luck show. We was over there, and they was getting into their own stuff or whatever. They're very hilarious, that show. Go over there. You like, share, subscribe, their stuff as well. Um, this was an absolutely horrible pay per view. Let's just get that out here. First round, this dude is literally doing spins. He's doing like he didn't know. You know, in a lot of ways, he isn't bad, if that makes sense. Like, he's not bad. You could tell he has some substance behind what he's rapping. It's just, this is his first time battling, and it's just like Cassidy told him in the face off, straight up and down. Just because you feel like you're like the best rapper and all this, just because you feel that way, it doesn't necessarily mean you don't need a little practice, and you got to kind of sharpen your sword a little bit before you could get into the ring with a Daylyt. First round, he's like literally the crowd is just already heckling him. It just wasn't. This was a clear 30. Like, there was absolutely. This was a complete waste of time. And Daylyt cut his rounds every single round and still violated. Like, this wasn't even close. Granted, second round, and I had a feeling that this is exactly how it was going to go down. First round, I didn't know, what this guy was going to come out with. It was absolutely horrible. Daylyt, everything from the very first bar, he had like 3 straight haymakers to start off the battle. So he automatically, like, right, his first haymaker hit so hard, the crowd was chanting 3-0. It was crazy. They was giving King Bao absolutely no respect. Daylyt violated that first round easily. Now, in the second round, to start off, the crowd was giving King Bao such a hard time. He couldn't even get his bars up. Like, he would go and then he would stop on something like, yo, like, they're not even letting me rap and blah, 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 blah. Literally, you see Cassidy over there in like the balcony. Time! He like screamed it so loud that they heard him on stage. I can't wait to see how they're gonna try and get that out the audio, because that was crazy. And then he's just there like, yo, when I tell you, this dude didn't even get to spit like 2 bars because the crowd wasn't letting him talk. Absolutely hilarious. But I'm not gonna lie, he kind of sort of fought his way out of the second round. Like, a lot of people, start getting heckled by the crowd and everything, and it starts getting a little crazy. They either give up. Some of them get real frustrated, especially with that energy that he does have. I'm surprised he wasn't like pointing and eyeing people out on some Jack Boy, like, yo, like, I'll remember you after this battle, because it was a lot on his shoulder. I ain't gonna lie. But I had a feeling Daylyt was gonna do one of these to keep it fair. King Bao, low key, he ended pretty solid in the second round. He ended his second pretty solid. Then Daylyt goes. Don't get me wrong, Daylyt was still saying whatever he had to say, but he cut his round mad short. And I feel like he did that to give it the 1-1 going into the third illusion. And even when he called time, King Bao like turned around and he was there like, oh, like, we might have a possible 1-1 going into the third. And then he went into his third round, and it was almost, if not even worse than the first round. Now, you see, in the first round, it was weird because he was doing the jumping around and all this, and he's gonna say this, and it was very awkward what he was like. It was cringy almost. It was very weird. And in the third round, he was on some super, like, this whole battle, I'm not gonna lie, this was some like, this just opened something in my brain that I didn't even know I had. Like, there's an eye somewhere growing inside of my brain. I like listening to the things that they were speaking about. It's like they are saying things, like they were making points, and King Bao was talking his black history and heritage and all this other stuff. But this is battle rap. Like, it's a little different. I feel he could become Oops 2.0. I feel he could talk about politics. I feel he could talk about, all the things black people are going through. And he does it at a rapid pace. His aggression, his energy, his delivery, absolutely everything else, in my opinion, he has on point. It's the bars, though. Like, that kind of matters the most. And he's having a problem with like, he's having a bit of a problem with the bars part. Um, Second round goes, he gets out of that one. Daylyt goes, cuts a super short. Third round, it was absolutely like he went again, and he just went on and on and on, like everyone in the crowd screaming time. He's there, no lies, like he didn't even take a breath for like 2 minutes straight, just going, going. And he, I guess this was coming to the end of the scheme. It was supposed to be the punch. Someone from the audience screamed, "Let's go, Daylyt!" Like, they were just straight trolling this dude. Like, it was crazy. I don't know. And I'm not gonna lie, this wasn't a good first battle. This was not a good one. Granted, he went up against Daylyt, so of course he's gonna learn a lot. This is like, he got to see how crowd control goes, and how, again, Daylyt is home, so I mean, I'm sure there was a little bias. um but King Bao wasn't horrible. He was not horrible. This just wasn't it. And it wasn't it to a really high capacity. And then it's the fact that we're all frustrated about the stream and everything else that was going on. It was just a lot of not it's that all also went into him rapping, and it just wasn't it. This was not it. The crowd wasn't feeling it. Anyone watching it was like, what is going on? There's people in the comments just laughing, angry faces, all types of stuff. Like, this is absolutely insane. This whole day, this whole event was bad. But I got to watch some other people, and I saw like a whole bunch of other pages. Shout out to everybody who was literally doing everything they could to get this stream going. And it's unfortunate for them, because they probably lost a lot of money. Well, not really, because they got a lot of free money in the same, but they're gonna get a lot of refund requests and everything. It was bad. It was absolutely horrible. I mean, if he ever thinks about doing another event, believe me when I tell you, he better, I don't know, he has to do like an event to say sorry for this event. Like, it has to be something like that. I don't know, because ain't nobody buying that event if he ever does it. Seriously, this was really, really bad. I remember one time, Creole Battle League. Shout out to them. I forgot, was it Yellow Alligator Stomper or something like that? Whatever, whatever the case. This was his league over there, and I remember, I forgot who was supposed to be on the main event of the thing. Like, I forgot who was on the main card or whatever. But this event, like, so many people didn't even show. Like, so many battles fell through. A lot of people didn't come, and ironically, I think Clean Paper was actually on that card too. It's crazy how that works. But a lot of people didn't show up. A lot of battles fell out, and it was supposed to be like 3 battles or something like that, and it took all day. It was something very similar to this. One thing I do give them, though, they had in-house entertainment. And the stream, I don't recall the stream going out ever. The stream never went out. If anything, the stream was up before the event even started. The stream never went out, and the audio was good and everything was good. The battlers just took forever to get there. Like, the next battle just didn't happen for 45-50 minutes. It was insane. But this overall, absolutely disgusting. uh this is not even a question. Like, this wasn't even for real a battle. Daylyt clear 30. There's no bias. There's no. This isn't one of those. Oh, when we watch it back on camera, it's gonna look different. It won't. This was crazy. This was crazy. Like, seriously, you're gonna be sitting there like, bro, what? Like, what? Like, he could have came with so many different angles, and so I don't know. It was this was more like they could have went to a like a black college and spoke about all this on a stage during, or went to go teach a seminar or something like that. They could have did anything but host this as their main event for this card right here. Absolutely insane. uh I wish I had 2 more years so I could give this whole event 4 thumbs down. This was horrible. This whole pay-per-view was, this was bad. With that being said, shout out to Key Vaughn. I don't know why I keep saying that. Shout out to Key Yon. That's his name. Over on Facebook, in the Facebook group. Shout out to Key Yon. Shout out to the Danny Luck Show. They did all they could to keep me entertained throughout the whole day. And definitely shout out to Enes, because he's the one who kicked off everybody understanding that you could just put the live feed up and we gonna find it. You know? With that being said, my guy with the bow tie. Till next time.